A new beginning is just around the corner. Everywhere I look, I see new growth. The days are longer and warmer. Buds are swelling and bursting open, and new leaves are growing on deciduous trees. Winter has given me the gift of rest and reflection. There has also been a clearing, and I am now ready to leap into the new. And I'm curious, Wonder Weavers, what gifts has the current season given you? I'd love you to share. Hello Wonder Weavers, I hope that you've had the most beautiful week. In the spirit of my big cleanup, I took out the Enchanted Cottage this week and gave it a bit of a dust, and much to my disappointment I noticed that there are some structural things I need to fix. Mushroom caps sank. So as a result, I ended up spending the week trying to do some repairs, and this experience gave me food for thought. One question that crossed my mind, and I would really love to hear your thoughts, Wonder Weavers. When do you say enough's enough and a project? Okay, so when do you decide to finish or to let go of it? Within myself, I know that I'm not ready to give up on the dollhouse and the Enchanted Cottage. There's still a fire inside of me, something that's fueling my motivation and my inspiration. Obviously the projects are taking longer than I ever imagined they would, but I think that is also part of the beauty of these projects, is that I have been able to take my time and work on them progressively, and when inspiration has come to me. But the question crossed my mind anyway, and I'm curious to know what you think. So please share with us in the comments below. I hope that it will encourage a bit of a discussion, and I have no doubt that many of you who have been working on miniatures for a lot longer than me, you will have tidbits of wisdom. So please share with us. So Wonder Weavers, let's get our dustpans or paintbrushes ready to clean and do some repairs. Is it snowing at the Enchanted Cottage? No, I'm afraid not. Albert the gnome is out while I do some rather urgent repairs to the cottage. The mushroom cap on the bay window sank. As you may recall, Wonder Weavers, over Christmas I did an experiment. I renovated the exterior of this plastic toy house, and I changed the bay window. On the upper part of the window, I created a mushroom cap with air drying clay. This was the first time I made air drying clay following some recipes I'd seen online. But recently I noticed that the cap had shrunk and there was cracking. So to overcome this problem, I added a layer of acrylic filler, and now that the layer is completely dry, I'm lightly sanding it. Next I cover the layer with strips of paper. I'm gluing them to the cap with wood PVA glue. Since I'm working on it already, I decide to finish the window. Several months ago I shared a photograph of the exterior in a miniatures Facebook group, and it was suggested that I create casements inspired by medieval windows. I thought it was a fabulous idea, but I didn't know how to go about it. So I thought I might conduct another one of my little experiments and see what I can create with the materials and supplies I have at home already. I removed the old shutter and cut a rectangular piece of acetate sheet to size. Similarly to a medieval style casement, I'm going to create a diamond pattern for the decorative grille. With a Sharpie, I map out on the acetate sheet the pattern. This will become my template. Then from the acetate sheet I cut out 2 more rectangles. Medieval decorative grilles were often made of cast iron. For my mini decorative grilles I'm going to use brown wax cord. I want the cord to be black, so I colour it with my Sharpie. I then place one of the rectangular pieces of acetate over my template. I then paint a line of super glue and carefully place the wax cord. As you will notice, I haven't cut the cord into small lengths. I found it easier to position the cord as a longer piece. I trim the cord once the glue has set. I work in the same direction until I've created a series of parallel lines. I repeat this step, but in the opposite direction. This is a little bit more challenging because the cord has to sit on top of the other lines but still make contact with the glue in order to hold. So using the back of my tweezers, I press the cord down between where the lines intersect. To finish the grill off, I decorate it with cellophane. On the opposite side of the acetate sheet, I super glue a rectangular piece of yellow cellophane. And then I add randomly green-coloured diamonds. I trim the cellophane where needed. While casements are usually movable to allow more ventilation into a building, I've decided to make my casements false because of the nature of the window, and this means I'll simply glue the parts to the window and I won't be able to open and shut them. Casements usually have a hinge or a latch, so for these I decide to repurpose the jewellery findings I used for the original shutter. With my pliers, I trim them, create an arabesque, and glue the finding to the casements. Now it is time for the finishing touches. Thank you for watching, Wonder Weavers. As always, I'm so grateful for your support. Until the next time, take care, stay well, and don't forget to play. Adios. Ciao. Oh look, Albert is home. I wonder what's for dinner.